And now for the final video in the series of how to render a simple floor plan. The final part is where we just enhance or put in a small amount of detail. Now, a question I'm also often asked is how to render, sinks and cookers. Well, the first thing I'd say is you may not want to draw a huge amount of attention to these if they're not, something special. So I'm just going to assume that they're stainless steel, and I'm going to render them in as such with maybe a little bit of a light touch. So I'm starting with the sink here and just rendering it in a grey. I'm going to put a bit of an edge around here, and I've already marked in roughly where the shine would be in the sink bowl, and I'm just blocking all the rest of it in. I'm just going to leave that for a moment. Now it's bled in a little bit, but there's ways around that too. Same with the cooker. I'm literally just going to block it in a grey colour. This is a blue-grey marker. It's blue-grey 5. I'm just going to render over the top, render over the plates. Okay, so there you have that. And then I'm simply going to let that dry. Now, what I would like to do here is, I would also like to hit in something a little darker in the shading. Now again, you don't have to do this, the plan as we see it there was perfectly acceptable. But sometimes it's good to enhance it a little bit. And remember I said earlier that anything that stands off the ground is going to throw out, a certain amount of shadow anyway. So I'm just going to pull a line here, now that the plan is dry, slightly darker line at the edge of the kitchen counter. And I'm going to bring it the whole way around just to make that surface pop, so that there's no confusion as to whether or not this item stands off the ground, which indeed it does. Standard kitchen height, 900 high. You can go over that again if you're not satisfied that it's dark enough. And do the same with the stools here. I'm just going to put a line in right across them, like that. And same with the steps. I'm going to enhance the steps a little bit, just to show that they are indeed different heights. Maybe I'm not going to bring this one the whole way across. Same with the table. And our chairs. Paying attention to the 45-degree angle that's defining for us where the light is coming in. Now, I'm also going to put some here, just want to be sure that you can see this. I'm also going to put some shading in here, the back of the chairs there, and also down the side like that. I'm going to enhance this a little bit here too. Same with our little credenza. Just enhancing the shading at the very edge. So you can see that's really lifting, it's really making it pop. I'm just going to do the same with the rug as well. Just where the light would be at the 45-degree angle. Now I'm going to straighten out this line of shade as well, because it's been annoying me the whole way through this process. So hopefully I've got that right. When that dries, it'll probably dry in the same as the rest of it. And there's probably going to be a bit of shade there in front of those chairs. Just going to enhance that again. Put a little bit of dark coming in from the center of the plant. Now, and I'm also going to put a line here at the edge. This edge as well. And perhaps a finer line just at the edge of the stairwell here. Now hopefully these are dry. The kitchen sink, and just going to put a little bit of warm grey in here. Mix it up a tiny bit and darken it down too. And perhaps same with the cooker. Maybe on the opposite side of the rings, just to show that they do stand a little proud. So I've used two different greys here, one warm grey and one blue grey. I'm going to go over this again in the blue grey. Now and then on the credenza I'm going to enhance the wood a little bit, just using some darker tones in here. And then some warmer tones into it too. Now what I would do is I would hit this with a little bit of a light colour, like a white, just to enhance it. Same on this edge too. But again, you don't have to be too fussy about these, because you're trying not to bring them to the same level as your finished drawing, or what it is you want to represent in the plan, which are the finishes in the plan and how they go together. Okay, now that I've found my white pencil, I just literally hit that with a little bit of white. You can do that with the Tipp-Ex marker too. I'm just not sure where my Tipp-Ex marker is, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can do this too with your pencil, and it comes out probably to a slightly lesser degree. And there you have it, finishing touches to a rendered plan.